Are you constantly trying to get your kids to do something by bribing or even threatening them? Are you running out of options to speak to them? Well, in this video, we're going to talk about heart-based parenting versus behavior-based parenting. Coming up. Question of the video. What is your go-to method to get your kids to respond to you? Let me know in the comments below. Hi, my name is Gabriel Perez, and this is the Dad Schooler YouTube channel. And the purpose of this channel is to encourage dads in taking ownership and leadership in their home and homeschool. So if that content is valuable to you or that's something you're looking for, I would ask that you'd like to consider subscribing and sharing this video to someone who might find value from it. And just a little bit about myself. I am a husband, a father of 3 kids. My wife and I both work full-time jobs, and we both partner together in homeschooling our children. Aside from that too, I am also a certified biblical parenting coach for the National Center of Biblical Parenting. Behavior modification uses reward and punishment to alter a child's actions, usually to get him or her to do something. And it often appeals to the child's selfishness. It kind of gives that, what is in it for me if you clean your room, this or that. So they start to learn that I'm only going to do this because this is going to happen. Or I'm only going to do that because I'm going to get in trouble or I'm going to get yelled at. So it appeals to his selfishness, but also not motivating heart change, but just doing it for fear of consequence. And so that is something that I am completely familiar with, and I totally resonate with families who do that because guess what? I've done that. I've been doing that, and that's something that I'm working and correcting in my family. And this program has really helped me see that and see how I'm doing it, and now bring strategy into the home that we can do something better, that we can start developing a heart change. Children respond to behavior modification because there's something in it for them, either something they want or fear. And parents use this because it gets results. So it's our go-to method most often because we know we're going to get some sort of results. Hey, do you want to play your video game? Do your homework. You want to go out with your friends? Well, clean your room and do this and this and that. We know it's going to get work done, but is that appealing to the kid's heart? Is that changing his character? Or you better do this or you're going to have to go to bed early. You better eat your broccoli or you don't get to watch TV. You know, there's a fear of consequence, and there's a fear of, not getting what they want, so they will take action. And so I think we often fall into this because it's normal and we get result. And so heart-based parenting challenges the beliefs, the desires, and conclusions in a child's heart. It helps them think of things differently, and it builds inner character and goal setting and attitudes about life. So you can already see the difference of the approaches and how they can benefit and how one can kind of hurt the child. I would say that most people, if you use behavior modification, there might not be lasting damage or anything like that. I think it's worked for many years. In fact, I think for many generations we were doing that. But this one, I believe, heart-based is really going to hit the child at its heart. We want to teach the child responsibility. We want to teach the child to know that I'm not doing this because I have to. I'm doing this because it's the right thing to do. I'm doing this because I should do it, because it's a way to help out my family. It's doing the right thing. And so ultimately, that is the goal of the heart-based approach, is to teach the child to do the right thing. And, we can solve a lot of problems for our children growing up in this world if they are taught to do the right thing versus what's in it for me. And we take this approach from 1 Samuel 16:7. And the verse is, "Man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart." And the story is about how Samuel went to David's father's house and he thought Eliab, the oldest son, was going to be the king because he looked at the outside. He looked at what he was doing, how he looked, his height. He's like, this is definitely going to be the king. But God doesn't look on the outside. He doesn't look at how they get things done. He doesn't look about how things are looking in the house. He's looking at, why are they getting things done? He's looking into the heart. And so that's where this approach comes from, is because we're looking into the heart of the child. We're not looking how well he does in responding to threats or responding to rewards and punishments. we're looking at how does he view these things? Does he view them as a time of helping and trying to be contributing to the home? Or is he looking for his own selfish need? That's where this practice comes from. That's a verse we like to share with parents. And so share that with your children. Share that God does not look at the outward appearance. He looks at the heart. And when our children know that, they can know where we're looking to work with them at. We're looking to not just get the job done. We are looking to get the heart in the right place. A lot of times the child will have a negative talk in their head of why they're going to do the things they do. For instance, it could be their heart could say, I don't have to, why should I have to clean? That's not my problem. Or, I just got back from school. Mom's been home all day. Why should I have to clean? That's the inner talk that they're having in their heart. That's the inner dialogue that they're having. And so our goal is to really find what that inner dialogue is that they're having and talk to them about it. Reshape their thoughts. Reshape the patterns of what's going on in their mind. I know sometimes if my son's feeling angry, he could be like, I'm angry and I don't want to do this. Okay, well, what are you saying to yourself in your anger? Well, I know you're angry, but why? And it comes down to, well, I should be angry because this happened, or I don't feel like it. And so therefore, if I don't feel like it, why should I have to do it? We need to change that. So I'm angry, but the right thing would be to help out. I'm angry, but I want to help out my family. Or I'm angry that I have to do math, but I should do it because it's going to help me in the long run. Adding something maybe. Or it's hard, and so I don't want to do it, so therefore I'm angry. Instead of going, it's hard, but if I persevere, I can get better at it, and it won't be so hard. These are long, kind of drawn out thoughts, but we're trying to shape these thoughts because our kids are saying the same thing over and over in their hearts. And so that's what we're trying to get at. When we work with heart-based parenting, we're looking at the heart, and what they're saying is going to lead to the action. And so it's very important, and that's going to teach responsibility. We're teaching our children responsibility. We're teaching our children perseverance and character. So I just want to share with you the differences between approaches, and it's not to put guilt or shame, because I'll tell you right now, I'm in that same boat. I've been doing that too since I've been in this program, and even knowing about this program, I was still doing it. But there is hope. There is a time that we can make a change and we can do things better than what we were doing. The past is still the past, but we can now move forward. And I just say this to share with you so that you can observe in your own home. Observe some of the things that you're doing, and maybe it will come out and you'll see a little differently. Like, maybe I could do this differently. Maybe I could try this approach, because it is something that we have to practice. It isn't easy, and sometimes it's hard. Sometimes we need to get out. Like, we need to get things done, and we need to get things moving, and we need results. And so it can be very hard to keep this practice up, but as long as we're aware, as long as we see how we're doing and we're still remembering to seek out the child's heart, we'll fall back on the right place. So I encourage you to pray. Ask the Lord, how can I see my child's heart differently than what I'm seeing? Help me to see his inner dialogue and what he's saying to himself, that I can help change that pattern, change that thought process. Because what he says in the heart is ultimately going to come out in his actions. And so pray to the Lord. Just take stock into examining how your day-to-day life is and how you may be going about things, and seeing where you can make change. So I hope this is helpful. I will have other videos about parenting, the biblical parenting. So if you want, you can check the playlist. And please, as always, if you love this content, if you want more, I would appreciate a like, a subscribe, share this to your friends and family so we can help in building up the next generation of children and having strong character, knowing what is right and wrong, and doing what is right because it is the right thing to do. So thank you for watching. This is the Dad Schooler out.